But this time around, we are closer to the woods, which means that gathering resources and everything thing is going to be a lot more helpful. Go. Select builders. Once we build them houses, we will focus immediately on building up some gatherers so we don't come into the same fucking problems that we had last time, which is the fact that we didn't have any food and died, which I'd say was a pretty fucking serious problem, really. And for the record, we're just acting like this is Winterfell Mark 1 and not Winterfell Mark 2. But yeah, it's a decent demonstration of how to fuck up royally. What we'll probably build, actually, is a hunter. Yeah, the reserve of firewood is low, which we'll deal with momentarily. There you go. If I place that there, that covers a large area of both sides of the woods. There you go, get them to do all that, which is some very good little stuff to do. Hunters. If we get rid of these builders, because we no longer need them for a moment, hunters can begin work immediately. Now we'll leave those two trees behind the hut a bit, just because it looks cool. Okay, well, first things first is that I want to build a bridge going from... I said a bridge. Thank you. Going across like that. And then we'll build a gatherer that can hopefully... because we want to go for both sides, I imagine. After that, we need to worry about firewood. There's that. That bridge will be done pretty fucking soon. If we get... like, quickly right now, just... see, the thing is, most of the gathering resources are going to be, like, in here. So I could, I suppose, just build it over this side of the bridge. Can I get down that little gap pine, or are they just going to, like, glitch out? Yeah, they're going to glitch out. Oh, well. It still gets them to the other side of the road, I suppose. I suppose it's a lot better building the gatherer there, because then he's got all this room to gather stuff. Stick it on times 10 for a second while they're building all this. I'm a lot happier with this. It's still early autumn, so we don't have to worry too much about firewood yet. But it will become a problem when winter hits if we don't have a lot of firewood stored up. Like last time around in Winterfell Mark 1, we had a problem with that. I think we'll begin to get a decent supply of firewood. Or at least just wood for now. Because we've got plenty of stockpiles to do. Somebody still don't have homes, some of these guys, which is going to be a serious problem for them later on. They get home. Yeah, I know, the reserve of food is low. We'll deal with that later. I'm a sucker for these kind of things being in line. Get 4 builders on the job. Gatherer, we're going to need later on, but for now we'll just wait for the builders to be done with. So we'll stick it in over time. Hopefully they'll build those homes for those 2 people. Like I said, they can't have families without homes, and we need the population to steadily grow, but not at too fast of a pace. Otherwise, you know, if you have too many people, you're gonna have too many mouths to feed, and you're gonna have food problems. And as demonstrated before on our fuck up with Winterfell Mark 1, if you have too few people, you're not gonna have enough people to keep people alive. No, winter is here. Okay, gentlemen, we're going to cancel what is left of the consumables and get you to start building immediately. I know there is a way to, like, yeah, increase priority. They need to get done, and a lot faster than they are right now. Because they need to build these homes for these guys, and then we need to build a woodcutter quite fast. Okay, with these builders done, what we can do is begin to, yeah, send them to be gatherers. And then we need to get a woodcutter. And woodcutter immediately, because we need firewood to keep everyone happy. Why is it that the bloody deer always stay out of range of where I've placed the hunting cabin? Okay, sorry about that, guys. The game crashed, and we're a little bit further behind, but thank God this game auto-saves. So we'll just do what we were doing before, I suppose. Which, it's just about where we were before, actually. But we will immediately get rid of these builders. Assign them to be gatherers. I believe we built 2 houses here, didn't we? Which is what we'll do right now. Doo-doo-doo. There we go. We'll sign that, and then we'll sign the woodcutter, just like we did last time. We're doing this now before winter. Hopefully it won't crash again. I've never had that. In previous attempts, it's never bothered crashing before. Although, to be honest, I haven't played much of it, so... Hopefully it won't do it again. It didn't, like, crash. The resolution, like, fucked off. And went all, like, squiff for a bit. Not quite sure why. But it is what it is. Yeah, we'll leave 2 labourers and just get 3 builders on the jump. Cancel work. You can go back and grab those resources that you left behind in a minute. For now, let's focus entirely on getting your asses building. I'll do 3. We'll need a woodcutter. Once it's complete, anyway. Food should improve itself momentarily. But anyway, what we're going to do, we'll save. Like an official save rather than the auto-save. Just in case something goes wrong again. Yeah, see, these places are getting cold, so we need to get that woodcutter working as soon as possible, hopefully. Hunters are on it, the gatherers are gathering. And it may be worth building another gatherer, so we'll only have 2 labourers, unfortunately, though, left. But at this stage, I believe having enough food is definitely the way to go. And there is a lot of stuff to gather around here, so it is probably a nice idea. Because it's going to cover all of this region, which is all of that around here, and there is quite a lot of stuff to gather. And we'll stick it there, right next to that. Yeah. Reserve of firewood is low, but that should improve quite fast. You only need 1 of those guys to do a decent job, as long as you have enough wood to keep him supplied, which we do for now. There you go, we have 2 labourers left and a ton of gatherers, which is what we're going to need, because if you look at all these mushrooms and everything around here, there's just tons of stuff for them to gather. So, you know. Plenty of stuff to do. Firewood is probably going to be the best thing that we can get right now, and we do not have... Actually, we have quite a lot of wood, which might be enough for now. And there's plenty of gathering materials all the way in this forest as well, which is good. So hopefully we should get some firewood pretty fast. We can build a herbalist to provide health and healing for citizens. Which might not be too much of a bad idea, but for now I think my health is pretty decent. Especially since we've got a fresh amount of food coming in. Which is quite a lot of food, which should keep us happy for quite a bit. The storage barn contains quite a lot of stuff. The reserve of firewood is low, the reserve of firewood is low. The reserve of wood is quite low, actually, I think. No, it's actually not too bad. I think what we'll do is get what labourers we do have to cut down a few trees. Might take a while because we don't have many, but... I do believe others help out, or is it only the 2 labourers that will go around chopping up wood? I think it's others. Others will help out if they're idle, I think, and they're not doing anything else. So we've got 600 food, that's just loads. We've got fucking, like, food to spare, which is a lot better than last time. Because we're so close to forests, we're about being restricted by everything else. Like I said, there are deer and stuff around the hunting cabin as well, so we should be getting some venison on occasion. Yeah, see, 121 venison is pretty sweet. I'm just thinking... Is it worth building a... I know you can build pastures, but you can only trade for... I don't really think there's any point in building a fishery here. Well, there is a giant lake over here. So it might be worth doing later on when we reach further down that way. But for now, I think we're doing okay. Something we might want to invest in actually is, if we can find it, is a tailor to get some warm clothes and everything for them to, for the citizens. Which will be quite useful for them to have. We'll build it there so we can still build a path. We don't actually have free workers, unfortunately, but... What the tailor does is give warm clothes so that it fights the cold quite a bit. Which will use up less firewood, hopefully. That big-ass arrow that you've seen on the screen now over the firewood place, just here, is, when the firewood hits 200, it will stop producing firewood. Now that we have 200, we can just stop the firewood guy, the woodcutter, from cutting wood for a bit, and then we can send him to the builder. You know, when it eventually gets done. Seriously, when it eventually gets done, 12 hours later, what the hell are they doing? So we do have a world map, which we can check out, and it actually allows me to teleport all over the place. Easy to get lost, I like today. Seriously, what the hell are my workers doing exactly? They're just sort of not doing anything. So what, you can build the road, but you can't build my stuff. Or maybe we don't have... The reserve of stone is low. Alright, shit. 18 out of... We don't have enough shit to build it. Damn. That is the first time that has ever happened to me. Nah, I do not have the stuff necessary to do it. Luckily, there is tons of stone. There you go. If they get stone, and then we can build. Eventually, apparently. Come on, surely that's enough. Just a few more guys returning from the other side of the bridge, and that should do it. There we go. It's probably the first stone building in the place, isn't it, really? There you go. And we have a single tanner. I don't need to get a wood thingy yet, though, because, well, we don't have any need for them. But yeah, the tailor can build hide coats, which I get from leather, which I have tons of. So I may as well build one. And what that does is make my citizens have a better resistance to the cold, which means I'm going to use less firewood because I won't need it as much. I think I'll use this downtime to cut down some trees. Not so many trees, just in case we can't afford that many. Just assign them to go get me some wood, just in case, because we might not have much left. Especially when winter comes, if it's a harsh winter. We might need some more supply of stone. Wood. Stone, though, as well, I imagine. I notice a lot of the kids are coming of age and becoming labourers as well, which is decent enough. Good news, really. Those guys should bring the wood back, which will be very, very helpful. While they're over here, I may as well get them to remove the rest of it, actually. I'll stop them if winter comes. It's in autumn, so we should be cool. Maybe. I mean, the storage piles do hold a lot of stuff, so we should be fine. Okay, cancel the jobs. Assign a woodcar. Just to make sure we continuously get some work in. We've got plenty of firewood, so it appears to be a mild winter anyway. There is a lot of gathering materials over here, so we might just place another gatherer over there just for the hell of it. See, I don't want to cut down these trees because I'm not sure, at least not all of them. I'd rather have most of them intact. Because I'm not sure how well all of these things are going to respawn exactly. I mean, they seem to be doing okay, but if it slows down, we're not going to have enough food. So if we just built one slap bang in the middle of there. We do not have a lot of stone. Yeah, just toss those guys in. They got coats. They'll be fine. I think we will need to build some kind of farming thing pretty soon because we're going to get to the point where we already have 18 citizens and it's going to start getting real, you know, we don't suddenly not want to not have enough food coming in. But all these guys should be fine. I mean, we've got 18 adults and 5 kids. And these 5 kids are probably the ones that are fucking draining my resources slowly. But thankfully not too much. Hey, the bridge fixed itself. Sweet. It may be worth building a little bit deeper into the woods and placing another hunter so we've got this entire area covered for hunting. I know we got plenty of food, but I'd rather be prepared and have plenty of food.